Excite Bike. Remember the old Excite Bike? That was fun. That was really, they made a 3-minute song. No, hang on a second. It wasn't 3 minutes. If you look at that timer, it's supposed to be 3 minutes. It's really just a 1.5 minute long song. I think it must loop in case you get knocked down. Right, yeah. But it can't go more than what it did. No, it did. Because if you get knocked down, it goes. But I know Mario goes blank, 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 blank. Bang, bang, bang. An old punch out. The old Mike Tyson punch out. What is it? Mega Man. Specifically, the character select screen. Well, I don't know if that was one or two. That one was the old duck hunt. And then it would go into I don't remember the rest of that one. What was that one? That's from Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project. I like Turtles. What other ones are there? I have to think of my catalog here of Nintendo games. Them kids out there playing that Nintendo. Remember Meteor Man? Meteor Man! Golden Lords. I like Meteor Man. If you haven't watched Meteor Man, it's fun. Come on. You remember Meteor Man. You know what else you remember? You might not remember it, but you need to remember it. Sidekicks. We don't wear shoes on the mat here, mister. Sidekicks. With Chuck Norris, Jonathan Brandis, Bo Bridges, little brother Jeff Bridges. Which one got the talent there? Bo Bridges, because he was in Sidekicks. Jonathan Brandis, Chuck Norris. He'll step out of his dreams and into his reality. Sidekicks. That's a gong. I love Sidekicks. I'll still watch it. It's a blatant ripoff of Karate Kid. Were there lots of those that really tried to do a ripoff of Karate Kid? I don't know. Kind of Karate Kid 2 and 3 and the next Karate Kid and the remake of Karate Kid all ripped off of Karate Kid. And you know what I need to watch? I need to watch Cobra Kai, because apparently it's awesome. I'm going to watch that. There was Sidekicks. I made the mistake. Which isn't really, this one isn't really a ripoff of Karate Kid. More so a blatant ripoff of Ninja Turtles, but bad. The bad ripoff of Ninja Turtles was, what is it? Warriors of Virtue. Holy hell. If that's not the weirdest movie that somehow got made. I remember watching it whenever I was like 11 and desperately wanting it to be like Ninja Turtles and having some decent fight scenes. Now, the fight scenes in it could have been cool, but I remember them doing this weird shutter speed thing that ruined the whole movie. I don't get why they did that. That didn't look cool. It didn't make them look faster. Oh God, the bad guy in it is just so, I can't explain it. If you want to sit and watch a movie that will anger you, and make you want to turn it off and say, let's just watch Turtles. Don't watch Turtles first and then watch that. Watch Warriors of Virtue. Understand how angry it will make you before you watch it. And don't go into it thinking this can't be that bad. He's not. What I'm telling you is, it's bad. If you want to see a movie that is god awful, then watch Warriors of Virtue. What other ripoffs were there? There was oh god, when Turtles worked, which Turtles killed He-Man from a toy aspect. By the way, I would recommend watching the Masters of the Universe documentary on Netflix. It's really good, and it was part of the inspiration for me wanting to do my coloring pages that I have on cooldojo.com for you to download and print and then color as many times as you'd like. They're about $1 or 50 cents. I'm going to make a collection of them at some point. But anywho, I digress. Ripoffs of Turtles, Street Sharks, Battletoads. That was one of those TV shows you only saw when you were in a hotel on vacation, and they would have like UPN, SWAT Cats, another ripoff for Turtles. So we can't use turtles, we're gonna have to go mammal. Or fish and be street sharks. Battletoads, street sharks, SWAT Cats. They'll have to have some kind of action to them, because they had Ninja, and Ninja was like, that's the main thing. That's the main sect beat 'em up type action heroes. Finally, the Power Rangers took over, and there was no more anthropomorphic action heroes. It became teens in super suits. I think the main thing that kind of killed Turtles from Power Rangers is that you really had a hard time dressing up as a full-fledged Ninja Turtle for Halloween. Am I right, girls? So you can dress up as a turtle for Halloween, but you're really just gonna wear green and you're gonna wear a bandana over your eyes. You don't look like a Ninja Turtle. You can't pretend to be that. You can dress up as Spider-Man and wear the mask and say, I'm Spider-Man. I can pretend to stick to the walls. I can pretend to shoot webs, but I can't pretend to make my face look like a turtle head. You got a turtle head poking out. You can also download my comic book, Shifter, off of cooldojo.com. Shifter is the first book that I wrote. I'm in the middle of making the second issue. I'm also making more merchandise to put on my TeePublic page, teepublic.com/user/CoolDojoBro, or you can just go to cooldojo.com and click on the apparel and more. You can also get on the website and find coloring book pages to download. And the fun thing about my coloring book pages is that if you like this, I don't have any trademarked characters on there, but I have coloring pages that you can purchase, download. You'll download a series of PDFs, and one is just a regular coloring page that you can print on your home computer. Print as many as you want. Good for classrooms, hell, even college level classrooms. If you want to have, people who are at the very low stages of learning how to draw and color, they can have something to trace. So there's a secondary picture that's on there, and it's a lighter blue print that is faded enough or opaque enough to where you can draw over it, and you can take that same character that is on whatever. And I don't just have figures. I've got animals, some scenery. You can print those and practice drawing on them. You can practice drawing on them several times. Some of them include a third PDF that you can color easier. So if you've got a little kid who likes to scribble or use markers, there's a blacked out background version where you can kind of go crazy with it and you don't color outside the lines. So whenever you get a picture finished, it allows you to have the background filled already. So if you just want to have the character surrounded by black, kind of frame them in a little bit more, you can have that. Yeah, check out cooldojo.com. There's other stuff on there. I need to start making some more. I'm actually in the middle of making one. I'm trying to make some larger ones that have more of a theme to them, and I think I'm going to make a big collection book. That's my plug that probably lasted a little too long. But anyway, you got to know about it. You got to know about that stuff. Send in some requests of what we should be doing next. Do you like me? Circle 1, yes or no, because it doesn't really matter. I've got other fans. They go to a different school. You don't know them. So they're older. You don't know them. So I don't really care either way. Turtles! You need to watch it again. What's that one? Dick Tracy, Nintendo. I think it goes. And then you cut into 11 and it goes. I don't remember how the rest of that goes. Well, yeah, Dick Tracy. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to confess something. I always played with the Game Genie on. I don't think I ever beat a Nintendo game. I know. But you couldn't do it. You can't. What could you beat? What have you ever beaten? Can you even beat Mario 3? You can probably beat Mario 3, but God, it's hard. It's so hard. It's too hard. Oh, God, it's just so hot. Anyway, okay, I'm going to go through my catalog. Here's my catalog of what I had. We had Mario 1, 2, and 3. The only way I ever beat him was with Game Genie. Okay, I haven't tried recently. I beat Super Nintendo games without the Game Genie because we didn't have a Game Genie until we had played all of our games all the way through several times, and then I was like, okay, I just want to get to the fun parts of this, and then you use the Game Genie, okay? Sue me. So I use the Game Genie. Big whoop. I don't give a care. I use the Game Genie. I'm proud of it. I beat it. You ever see the ending of it? No, you haven't. So there you go. Here's what we had. Dick Tracy. I already talked about that. Had to use the Game Genie. Okay. Kid Nicky. Game Genie didn't work on it. Never beat it. Punch Out. Had the Game Genie. Had to use Game Genie. I was like 6. Okay. Then we finally got a Super Nintendo in like 94. Yeah. Paperboy. Paperboy 2. Like I said, you can't beat Paperboy. Goes on forever, so there's no point. You could do Infinity Papers, but then there's just a waste of time. You played Paperboy just to throw stuff at stuff. You know, see what would happen. There's a lot of weird shit in Paperboy. Let me tell you that. You got people running at houses with knives. And nobody ever knew what they were. Nobody ever knew what any of the little weird characters were in Paperboy. You had like some little old lady that would run out of the house with a knife. You had a guy on his back doing some kind of exercises, but he's going nuts. He's shooting his legs up and down. And then there's the guy on the skateboard that runs into you. 2 embraced the confusion and said, let's just make a lot of weird stuff that happens in this one. You got hands coming out of sewer grates. You've got haunted houses. Yeah, and even in the first one, there were graves that you could knock over with your papers. Everybody had Mario and Duck Hunt in one game. If you didn't, I've never met you. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Never beat it. I need to look that up. And you know what? I don't care. I'm going to use the Game Genie. I'm going to beat that game. Remind me. I'm going to play The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and I'm going to beat it. Gumshoe. Impossible to beat. But I did see somebody on YouTube play that all the way through, because I wanted to see what the end was. We got that and Wild Gunman for Christmas. And you had to play them with the zapper until I cut the cord on the zapper. And we couldn't play with it anymore. Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout. Had that one. Never beat it. Used Game Genie. Still never beat it. You know why I never beat it? Because it took 6 days to be able to beat that game. Punch Out, Wild Gunman, Mario 1, 2, 3, Turtles 3. 2 was a renter. But we didn't even get into Sega. We also had, so let's do the evolution. We had Sega then. What's better than codes, man? I wish I had codes at my real job. That's what they told me. That's the lesson I learned from codes. Like, oh, well, you can cheat at this game, but you shouldn't. Sonic, Vector Man, Aladdin. We had 2 Beauty and the Beast games. It's not a big deal. It was at my mama's house, and she kept buying us Disney games, but they were fun. So we had 2 Beauty and the Beast games, Aladdin, Vector Man, Sonic. We had Ms. Pac-Man, and we still played it thinking, this is eventually going to be fun, right? Alien Storm. See? Go play it. You got to work at the video game store? Oh. That reminds me, save your work. Put a little post-it up in front of your computer that says, save your work, savies. A-B, C-B, savies. Hey, like I said, if you have any suggestions of speed drawing, send me some suggestions. Get on Facebook or the Instagrams or the Twitters. Don't just sit on all those and look at everybody else's stuff. Just watch my stuff. Look for stuff that we're putting up online on our TeePublic page. Make sure to like and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See ya.